I thought it was like a prank when I heard about it at first. You can't end an institution in 7 days. Hi, my name is Jenna Howell, and I'm originally from upstate New York, and I went to UArts, graduated in 2016 with a major in painting. I got really into print design, which led me to fall in love with vintage and vintage fabric. In 2018, I started selling vintage at local markets with my business partner, and we eventually opened a brick and mortar shop of February of this year called Moonrose Vintage. My fiance and I make size-inclusive clothing items from vintage fabrics. A lot of it is hand-printed or batiqued or using a lot of the techniques that I learned while at UArts. I also make some of the fabric. This one was hand-blocked, printed on top of a vintage fabric. And then this one is fabric from the 1970s. They really taught me how to brand my target audience, talk to potential donors, talk to people in general about myself, which I wasn't super confident in when I first got to UArts, but I also learned so many new disciplines. I wouldn't have studied textiles or fibers, and I probably wouldn't be here today without attending UArts. I also carry a lot of UArts alums' work in my shop. I kept a lot of connections after school, and we would do markets and art events together. And when I opened my shop, I really wanted to have a place where artists could bring their work and they didn't have to, own their own brick and mortar. So all of these pieces are handmade by a UArts alum. Her name's Marissa Montefusco. She actually studied photography and glass at UArts when I was there. We were roommates and best friends to this day. All of her pieces are handmade in her home studio, and we started selling together at markets around 2020, 2021. And that was our full-time business for a few years together. Now she makes them for me and I hang them in the window, and customers really love them. They just feel so timeless to have a piece of art in your home that people can see from the outside. But I wouldn't have this shop, I don't think, without UArts, because I actually started specifically looking in this area because this is where my first apartment was and where my school was, and it feels like home to me. So when we were looking for a place to put our brick and mortar, I wanted to be close to the institution, which it opened in February and they closed in June, so that was a little bit of a bittersweet moment for me. But the best thing we can do is contact our local governments to investigate this, because a 7-day closure, there has to be something that we're missing. And we need to make sure that everyone is held accountable for why this 150-year-old institution died. UArts is the people who attended there. It will never die. We're here and we're still creating, and this community is still vibrant even though the building is closed, and it's not over yet, and we can do something about it.